Hi, Tanja. So good to see you. So nice to see you as well. You have daylight. It's really dark in here, but it's nice. You're glowing. Yeah, I'm so glad to have you and to talk with you about your beautiful label, Max&Me oils, and all about natural beauty and holistic beauty and all these wonderful things tonight. Tell me a little bit about the story behind, or us, a little bit about the story behind Max&Me oils.
First of all, Liv, I'm so full of gratitude to be here with you and to talk with you because I so cherish what you do and your ways of caring for and sharing green beauty, because that really resonates with us. So thank you for having me. And yeah, I'm Tanja. I'm the co-founder of Max&Me Skincare, which is a very holistic brand. It's purely organic, luminous, and high vibe. And how it all started was with Max&Me. So when we met through mutual friends, it was not only love at first sight, but it hit us so tenderly that we both felt deep down inside that we were meant to meet to let something beautiful grow out of that love story. We wanted to help people turn on their inner light and support them and encourage them by having a very harmonious relationship with their body, with their spirits, the environment, nature, and one another. And then that eventually led to us creating a skincare that has a very soulful dimension. And we wanted to take it to the next level with high vibrational ingredients with energetic aromatherapy.
Oh, that's such a lovely story, actually. So what's your background? How did you get into the actual oils and the aromatherapy of?
Well, growing up in Austria's pure and pristine countryside, my childhood was filled with wildflowery pastures, with woods, with picking berries and plants. So I was very close with nature, talking to plants. And also at a very early age, I started to have my own rosen garden and breeding them because I felt very close to these kind of flowers. And then I was just a normal teenager, going to university, making my studies. But still, I felt that strong pull towards nature. And eventually, I landed at the Austrian Academy for Kinesiology. I was trained there in energy healing, in aromatherapy, and in kinesiology. So this helped me to really, that nurtured my creative way in tapping into plants and really deeply connecting with them and working with them. So that's where my connection started. So I get to know nature from a very pure surrounding, very unspoiled place where I grew up. So for me, it was only natural to just work with what nature gave to plants, to work with green beauty. So it was deeply rooted in my childhood.
I think that's probably what really shines through in the range too, that you're really passionate about flowers and plants, because I think whenever I open a bottle, any product, it's just this really rich aroma that comes out, but it's not like any other perfume or strong scent or anything overwhelming. It's just this beauty that just comes out of every product. So I can imagine that there's a lot probably going into it, a lot of that experience and love that you have for the plants and in picking them and selecting the products, I guess. And what about these elves on the packaging? I really loved when for the first time saw the packaging. There's this beautiful illustrations on them with these elves, and I just wanted to know, what's the story with them? How came it about, and who's the artist that created them?
Oh, that we are some kind of different with our packaging, because the industry rather looks like cool and stylish and very artsy, and we opted for the elves because we thought that this reflects the tenderness, the beautifulness, and the delightfulness of the content. And also, elves are said to be the guardians of the plants. And only when you're in deep meditation with a plant, in deep conversation with the plant, you have the chance to glimpse or feel the guardian. So I think this should also be expression of how deep we are in dialogue with the plants, in communication with the plants, and how deeply we revere them. So yeah, it turned out to be the elves on our packaging, and the illustrator who does this is a French man. He's called Jean-Baptiste Monk, and he's not only a brilliant genius, I think he's such a beautiful human being.
And Max&Me is quite a high-end luxury brand as well, I would say. So what makes the product so precious and so valuable?
For us, it's all about the ingredients. It's, well, you could basically say one ingredient, it's high vibration. So it's an added quality criteria when we pick ingredients. Of course, we look to their organic quality and to their aromatherapeutic values, but then we look at their energy. And the vibration is the personal energy frequency of the plant. It's their soul essence. It's only special to them. And it shows how much they are entwined with their inner healing capacities. So high vibrations, they encompass qualities like love and light, fluidity, synchronicity. So when a plant holds all of this, and then I may formulate with that plant, it flows into the formulation, and then it flows to the person, to the cream beauty lover using that product at the end. And this is what you deeply feel, because vibrations, they do not stop at the skin. They suffuse all that you are. So they reach the nucleus of the cells. They reach the deep recesses of your brain where blockages might be, or where traumas might be stored, resolving everything and leading to harmony, realigning, balance, and regulating. So guiding you back to your innate, perfectly harmonious rhythm and sparking your body's self-healing capacities. And the body is so ready to get engaged, to take that on and to work with it. The body clearly understands the language of high vibration.
So yeah, all the products in your range are much more than skincare, aren't they? They really more of an all-over healer. They are more of something good for the soul almost. So it's so much more than skincare, which I really appreciate. That. I don't think there is that,
because high vibration.
Yeah, that truly holistic. So it's really nice to hear, all the thought that's gone into that, and all these precious healing capacities that are in those oils and in those products. It's really interesting, and I do find that it's quite different to what a lot of other brands have to offer. You always look so radiant yourself. What's your secret to staying so energized and glowing yourself?
Well, on the one hand, I'm lucky enough to have all the Max&Me treats ready at hand all the time. So I have something that helps me keep on shining my light, that supports my inner light. And on the other hand, I think it's so much about your attitude towards things. So the way how you think, how you perceive, how you act really manifests situations into your life and resonates with what happens in your life. So really each and every day I try to get up in the morning and turn my inner light on and be as loving as possible. So I think, and also facing life from a point of deep gratitude. And of course, also having God at my side, because I think it's so beautiful when you have somebody that is really like your soul twin. That's very nurturing, very strengthening. So it really boosts your energy to be in that loving energy all the time. You know that, Liv. You have such a beautiful family.
That resonates a lot with me. I think from keeping happy thoughts and having a positive outlook on life to setting that attention to kind of being the best and most positive person that you can be, to also really being grateful for everything you have. I always feel like gratitude goes such a long way. It's completely underestimated. It's probably the best skin glow getter overall, isn't it? It's just being grateful and happy. And back to kind of just the real beauty and skincare side of things. What's your personal routine? What do you do for your skin?
What I do for my skin is mask and wash and mask and wash and mask and wash. Well, yeah, really, I'm so much in love with that. It's my holy grail, and I find myself reaching for it almost every day or twice a day. But apart from that, which is rather an add-on, I start my days and I end my days with Purity and Grace with our face oil cleanser, because I think it's so important that you detoxify, that you take off all that you do not need right now, and create space for something new to follow. And also Purity and Grace purely so beautifully cleans and clears your energy, which is very important, especially at the end of a day, at the bookend. And then I always religiously follow it with I am the light. This is such a glow getter. It magnifies the radiance, and I can literally see that it takes years off my skin. And I'm just so hooked on that smell. Mm-hmm. And the other thing which I really do for my skin is I drink lots of water. I do not only put the oil on my skin, but I always hold acupressure points, because I think that is very important to support the treats that I have. And what also has always a spot in my handbag is rescue balm. If something might pop up with the kids or with my skin, then I'm so happy to have it ready at hand.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, it is such a kind of small select range anyway that, I was expecting you to say that you probably use pretty much everything. But it's really good to hear as well how you use it, and to carry the rescue balm with you. And I'm really in love with the I'm the light as well. It's just I feel it when I use it, I feel really reconnected really quickly. So I really like that, using it and giving it a bit of a inhale, and it's just you feel the radiance of that.
It's such an awakener, and that's why I also need it in the evening, because I stay up late, I work into the night, and it's a wonder that you don't see me with mask and wash on my face, because I love to work with it, having it on my face, sitting there, working on the computer. It's just so centering, and so you just come home to yourself by doing things, and it's really beautiful.
And where do you find inspiration in general for your products, for your line, for your packaging, with everything?
I find inspiration in nature, when I step out into the garden, or when I hear it sometimes in the songs of the wind or in the whispers of the butterflies. So I'm really happy when I'm out in nature. And also what deeply sparks my inspiration is traveling, because it just so much broadens up your horizon. You see so many new things, and sometimes you just have that moment where I think, oh yes, I want to do this or that, or I want to embrace this in my product. Especially when we travel, we very closely get into contact with often indigenous cultures or people, and they embrace so much wisdom.
Do you have a favorite place that you go to?
Yes, I have an absolute favorite place. It's Maui. It's this Hawaiian island. We've been there now twice with the whole family, and something deeply resonates with all of us there. And this island has such a beautiful vibration, and then the scenery is also really beautiful there. To see the energy of the beaches, it's just also the Polynesian culture. I feel very drawn to Polynesian cultures, and they're also very connected with the elements, with nature. So it's Maui.
And another little personal question: do you have a favorite food? What's your favorite food?
Yeah, in terms of favorite foods, it's Thai food in general. And it's the spices, it's everything about that kitchen. We both love it dearly, Max and I. And then if I should pick up like one separate thing, it would be avocados. There are always avocados here in that house. I so much love them. Blueberries and chocolate. It's dark chocolate. When I feel really indulgent and when I feel very healthy, it's chocolate nibs. So these things are always around me.
And they are all very good for the skin, actually.
I just wanted to say,
Avocados,
yes.
chocolate, and blueberries, all very good for the skin. High in antioxidants.
Dark chocolate is really good. If you do not mix, I mean, it's chocolate, but the chocolate nibs, if you do not mix chocolate with sugar or milk, it's a superfood. It's amazing.
It's actually my latest craving. I don't know if it's something to do with motherhood and me going back to work, but I just put like raw cacao or cacao nibs in pretty much everything I have right now.
This could be me, yeah.
It's really tasty. And what do you love most about your job?
What I love most about my job, because everything is so joyous, is formulating. Mm-hmm. Because formulating, it's my passion, it's my mission. When I do it, I feel so happy, so centered, and it just flows out of my heart, my hands, my intuition. And I just love that moment when magic evolves, when you feel you have to marry these ingredients, and then a totally new energy evolves. Then I try to do magic.
I'm really happy to hear that you are actually not just the founder of the brand, but you're really deeply into the formulations and into formulating yourself. Yeah. Because I think that's not always the case. Great to hear as well that you're so hands-on with, you know, actually getting into the formulations and trying to create those new things yourself. And I could imagine that being a lot of fun. I might have to visit sometime and see your little, your little,
yeah, you do,
your little garden kitchen. It sounds way too much fun. And what's next for Max&Me? Are there any little things you can reveal? Anything that's coming up that's exciting that you want to share?
I can sneak peek something which I've been carrying along with me for years now, because actually I wanted to start the whole collection with flower waters, which I then didn't. And now I feel I really, really want to do flower waters because they're so beautiful. They're such gentle healers and they fascinate me. They have a body of wisdom. And in ancient times, doctors worked with flower waters to heal people who could not afford to buy medication. So they have a wonderful history around them. And right now I'm in the midst of formulating them. So I'm already looking forward to sneaking back into my studio. So yeah, the next will be flower waters. And also I think they're really a missing link because you should always apply oils and balms on damp skin. I think it's, very beautiful and very important.
Oh, that's exciting. And I love it as a makeup artist too. I like to set makeup with flower waters and similar kind of spritzes. I think that's what it's really great for. And then in the skincare routine as well. Like you said, using it as a toner or to really dampen the face before oil, that's so beautiful. And yeah, as a makeup artist, I have several different ones actually, really always with me, 4 different skin types. And I always, every client would be able to tell you that I always spritz them with something in the end. So that's exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing those. And thank you so much for taking the time.
Oh, it was my immense pleasure, Liv. It's so much fun talking to you.